morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome into Love My 419 from the Harold Jaffe Jeweler Studios. I'm Andrew Z. Sandy Eisenberg is here. Steve Ream is here. How are you guys doing today?
Already.
All right.
Enough.
How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Yeah? What's going on?
I started therapy last week.
Mental.
A little.
Physical for your
Yeah.
shoulders.
Oh, your physical therapy. Oh.
Climbing up the wall with your own.
I did some weird exercises that are not fit for television. But
Had nothing to do with the physical. You were
it
just
didn't, but I worked through it. So.
So that's good.
Yeah, very nice. A lot to do on today's show. We've got Phil Barone in.
Yep.
Phil Barone, he's a musical legend here in town. He does a Jim Morrison, The Doors impression. He's going to be here with his scarf, man with the scarf. So check out Phil Barone. We're also going to talk about, weekly, we got to talk about Donald Trump antics as we always have to.
Ugh.
The Oscars announced a host,
Yes.
then unannounced a host. Terror right here in Toledo.
Yes.
I know. Boy, the news stations had a field getting
Oh,
And
yes.
it went national.
it did go national.
Yeah.
And then, wow, yeah, so much to do. Oh, we talk about a new facelift for Danny Thomas Park and the Imagination Station. We got a busy show for you guys. You got to stick around. Love My 419 kicks off right after this break.
Love My 419 is brought to you by Harold Jaffe Jewelers. Without them, there is no Love My 419, and without Love My 419, how would you know about all the wonderful people, places, businesses and things that make up the 419? So stop into Harold Jaffe Jewelers anytime, Monday through Saturday, and let them know how much you appreciate them for bringing you the quality television like Love My 419. They're awesome. You're awesome. Thank you for watching Love My 419.
Love My 419, brought to you in part by Amy's Cleaning Service, the Wonder Woman of cleaning. Feature your business now on Love My 419. Now back to Love My 419 on NBC 24.
Welcome back to Love My 419 from the Harold Jaffe Jeweler Studios. Andrew Z. Sandy Eisenberg, and that guy right there, Steve Reamy. I don't know. This segment brought to you in part by
Rachel Michaels Popcorn.
Love it.
T-minus accounting. You need to get in there and get those corporate orders that
Right,
they have.
because you only got a week and a half.
Got a week done. So
Get her done.
Gifts. Good gifts.
You don't really have a week and a half, do you?
Right.
Yeah, you got a week and a
Yeah,
half.
pray about. All right, hot in the 419. These are the topics the 419 is kibitzing about.
Kibitz.
And first one, let's talk about
Like Kimmel's.
the Bedford football coach being fired. So here's what happened was the tragedy.
First of all, the whole
thing's
premise,
tragic.
Yeah.
The whole thing is tragic.
Absolutely, a child loses his life in Bedford. Who I think he just graduated. He was a
Right.
freshman at UT,
Yeah.
sophomore UT, something like that. Passed away. Has the funeral. The parents don't want his high school football coach from Bedford
Right.
at the ceremony.
Right.
At the remembrance of the service. So then he goes, there's kind of a scene there, he has to leave. Then he posts on Facebook something snarky about the family and not being able to go to the funeral. Yeah. Instead of blaming, or they have to find a scapegoat, so they blame me.
Right.
And then because of that post, he was then fired from the school.
Right.
The interesting thing is
The young man left a suicide note.
Oh, so
that wanted to make sure the coach did not
go to the
Did not go to the
funeral.
right.
So the family was kind of respecting his wishes. Now the coach, or they had 5 boys. The family did,
Right.
and they all played for this
this
coach.
guy.
But this was
Yeah.
the youngest and the
This was
last
the
one to play
youngest,
for him.
right.
And it's just the whole thing is just a tragic mess.
It is. It's
And then
very
the
sad.
officiating turned into an ugly mess because instead of paying homage to the boy, and it went like this whole political twist, and like the parents had to be like,
Yeah,
dude.
the priest, the priest went off script a little bit and talk about the downsides of suicide, or maybe suicide's not the way to go, not the answer, but whatever. Instead of paying homage to the son,
exactly.
and I mean they almost like it's like the old vaudeville where they got to take the cane and like they had to
Right,
pull the
yank the
minister
dude
off the stage. Just the whole thing is just there's no winners in this.
Well,
in this whole
and
mess.
and you feel for the parents because
Oh my
that's the service to honor their son, and then
Right,
it
and
turns
then
into this
it
debacle.
turns it.
Well,
Yes.
And here's the two issues are. One is that they say that the the family had gotten the word to the coach that they didn't want him there. If that's the case, the coach should not have showed up.
Oh, right.
But then there's other people that have said the coach never got the message.
Not to
So then
show
you
up.
can't really blame the coach. And you can't never. There's nothing you can do to blame the family because you never know. People grieve in strange ways,
That's right.
and you can never judge how a certain family grieves. You just have to let them do what they do, and it's unexplained sometimes.
I mean, and why make it more difficult for the family to have this brouhaha at the memorial, and then the same thing with the priest?
See,
I mean,
Coach
how
should have came
awful.
in costume. If that's that's my answer to the whole situation.
What is he going to come as?
Well, I can
Fairy
think of a few
princess?
things.
Well, but the thing was, with the unknown, we could debate it. The unknown
Right.
is, did he know, did he not know? If he
Right.
knew and came, that's bad. If he didn't know, what are you going to do? All right. The other thing is, man, terrorism in Toledo. What is going on? The plot
Pretty scary.
Plot to bomb mosques. Plot to bomb a bar in
Bars
Toledo. Both those stories broke on the same day. I think both
day.
FBI.
Yeah, and I give the
cases.
FBI lots of credit for that because they've been looking at both of these people for the last several months, since
Talking about
May, I think.
The ones for the mosque.
Yeah.
It was a couple.
Jewish synagogues, I thought it was.
Well, no, that was the Mr. Joseph that was going to blow up the synagogues and kill a rabbi and whatever else he thought he
wrong
was
with
going to
people?
do. Because they're
Right.
crazy.
I know. It's just. Okay, I'm going to say something, and I hate busting out Trump. I really do. It gets old and tiring, but I'm going to change topics a little bit, but it's kind of related. And the fact is that it doesn't feel like Christmas for some reason. A lot of people have said the same thing. A lot of people have said it doesn't feel like Christmas, and then I'm like, why? And I think he's created so much angst in this country. It's the people that he's just always angry, and his supporters are always angry, and then the people that don't like him are now angry. So you've got 60 to 70% of the country that's just angry, and that's a theory. I have no idea. Maybe it's not related, but it really doesn't have that Christmas feel, and that's that's the only thing I could put my finger on. Was maybe just he's made this country so angry.
Well, I think everybody is sort of waiting for the last shoe to drop on some of this.
It can't drop fast enough.
What do you mean? Are you talking about the investigations and things like that?
Oh my heavens, yes.
Yeah.
Well, then again, to go along with that, I mean, look at I sat there and watched the interview with Nancy Pelosi
The
and
Nancy and Chuck show?
Yeah, so we're gonna get to
I can't wait to get to that.
we're gonna get to that next in
419
Nation. We're gonna get that coming up next. All right, let's take a break. We got more of Love My 419 coming up next.
Love My 419. Brought to you in part by Powell's Beauty Supply, servicing Toledo for over 30 years. Also brought to you by The Butler, Master Barber, changing lives one haircut at a time. Find him inside the Operations Barbershop, 1824 North Reynolds Road. Coming up, more Love My 419.
Feeling like Albert in the ring, Prince Bel, he a king. Like Sonny with them things, Southpaws don't stand a chance in the ring. My flow unorthodox, Jiu-Jitsu, hell no, I don't box, I just own the network. Graduated straight from Rome, summa cum laude, they just wanna know my network. I'm just trying to network, you just trying to bitch about the money you ain't never earned. Chances you ain't never taken, these were the thoughts when I was living in my mama's face.
Welcome back to Love My 419 for the Harold Jaffe Jeweler Studios. Andrew Z, this one, and then Steve Remy as well.
Oh my God.
Segment brought to you in part by
Joe Hamill Realty. Looking for a home?
Yes.
Want to sell a house?
Yes.
Call Joe. Voted best realtor in Toledo by Toledo.
You guys are smart on that one. Cleveland City Paper not too smart on a lot of things like
there's that.
best local TV show, but hey, they got one right.
They got one right.
Right.
All right, let's talk about 419 Nation. That's stories that are everyone's talking about around the country and around the world, but getting the take of people right here in the 419. And we got to start with the Chuck and Nancy show. Donald Trump and Chuck Schumer, head of Chuck Schumer, head of the Congress, and they got Nancy Pelosi, head of the Senators. All three of them got together there in the Oval Office,
and it was
fireworks
and
went.
I watched that, and I'm like, like a little child?
You got it wrong.
What?
Nancy Pelosi is Congress.
Oh, okay.
And Chuck Schumer is a Senate.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
But still, heated. I mean, sitting there watching Trump. If I don't get my wall, I'm shutting it down. I mean, it was like a little kid.
He is a little kid.
He's a giant man baby. And I've been saying that all along.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
He throws his temper tantrums. And someone said, look, he's a paper tiger. He had all this money, this great negotiator, all this stuff, and we're seeing in real time that
he can't negotiate.
Nothing to. He's a terrible negotiator.
He's a terrible negotiator. He said, I read the one page, and other people have told me about the one page, and I'm thinking to myself, you can't read, so of course it was one page.
He really is
ill-equipped.
He's the dumbest president we have ever had. And
That's true.
And it's being
we're
nice.
going back a lot of years.
We're going back a lot of years.
I'm going all the way back to George.
Jimmy Carter?
George.
Yeah. Well, and it's so
George
funny
Washington.
Dumbest ever since George Washington.
Not George Bush.
And he's so set on this wall because they said there's money appropriated for borderland security. He's like, no, I don't want to hear that. I want my wall.
But here's where
maybe they should put him in a padded cell with the wall.
Here's where he's a genius. He knows how to frame things. So what he says is, hey, I want the border wall. The Democrats want open borders. There isn't any Democrat in any political power that's talking about open. No one wants open borders.
No.
Everyone wants sensible immigration.
Right.
Everyone knows the immigration is broken. We have to fix it. But he's been able to frame it that way for his sheeples.
Yeah.
And but there's no one on the Democratic side. There's no one on the Democratic side that will say no. We don't want open borders because we don't want open borders.
Bottom line, you will see more Chuck and Nancy shows.
Well, what I don't understand is his supporters, his followers. Okay, you want to build a wall? You want to build a wall that's 72 feet high and that's 100 million feet long? I don't care. Well, where's the check from Mexico?
Right.
They're not giving
all of a sudden now you're going to build the wall? Mexico is paying for it.
Mexico never said they'd pay for it.
But that's what he said. And now he's saying he still wants the wall, but that's gone. No.
But
as soon as they write the check, I don't care what you do with it. Build a wall. I don't care. As long as it's not our money.
Right.
Because
bottom line, he is so delusional, it doesn't make any difference what he says.
It's getting worse. Okay, let's talk about this.
Because he's scared.
Yeah, exactly. The walls are closing in. He's acting. He's becoming more irrational because there's nothing that can be done. The tide is coming in. There's no way to stop it. And that's what's going to end up.
I can't wait to see him running out of the White House in his underwear.
Are they sure we want to see that?
It's the next step. All right, let's talk about this. The Oscars had a host, Kevin Hart, one of the top
funny guy
on the planet right now. And then almost as soon as they announced him, they disannounced him because there was a tweet from 7 years ago where he used the word to say something about gay people rhymes with maggot.
Right.
And when that tweet came up, then they had to dig it up from 7 years ago.
Right.
He didn't even apologize. He's like, hey,
no,
I said it. But that people change. People say, God, we just hold people to one thing they say or one mistake they make, and we just hold on to it forever. I've lived it. I've lived it.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, and then it goes on because Nick Cannon said. He turned the table and he said, well, there have been some other comedians, female high-profile comedians, that also sent out those same kind of tweets in that tone.
Sarah Silverman, Amy Schumer,
and Chelsea Handler.
And that's Chuck Schumer's niece.
Is she?
Yeah. Amy Schumer is Chuck Schumer's niece.
That's that random side note that's interesting.
Wow.
But here's the thing: is that they've all used the same word, rhymes with maggot. Mm-hmm. So Kevin Hart gets fired. These women are revered as some of the top female comedians. Is there a homophobia double standard? Homophobia hypocrites?
Well, you know what? I think
get a T-shirt printed.
Homophobia hypocrite.
Yeah.
I think with Kevin Hart, he was going to be doing this show. I mean, he was going to be hosting the show. So now you're talking to a lot of sensitivity, sponsors, other actors and actresses. So I mean,
it's funny.
He said, "I don't have to apologize."
Right.
That's the sad part.
That's what he said.
I've had this conversation with my fiance this past week, and not even related to this, but it fits perfectly.
I thought you married her.
January 1st is the.
Oh.
Allegedly, we'll see. Unless I piss her off really bad between now and in the next 3 weeks.
Well, that's a possibility.
That's
A real one.
Yeah, that's a 50-50 shot in Vegas on that one. But my point was, how come some people, whether it's Alec Baldwin, can beat someone up over a parking space? Charlie Sheen can admit to smoking crack and doing all this crazy stuff, and they get a pass. Like nothing gets taken away from them. But yet, if something happened to someone like who's the guy? Who's the guy with the Wilson volleyball?
Oh, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. If Tom Hanks, the same exact thing. So it's almost like this double standard. Why do some people, or Donald Trump, why can Donald Trump sleep with porn stars? If Barack Obama would have done that, he'd been thrown out of office. How do we have this hypocritical double standard for so many people?
That's a good point.
I don't know. I don't know the answer.
I don't know. That would take years to try and figure the answer out on that one.
Right. Well, in the terms of using that word in the context that it was, it's very negative. It's just not it's not the word. You know, you could have said something else, but when you're saying it like that, the way that he meant to say it, it doesn't come off real cute.
There's a great story of Dave Chappelle. If you remember when Dave Chappelle just left his show and left showbiz or whatever, he had a great interview where he said there was the set was laughing at a skit because he got very
emotional about it.
Well, no. He was very edgy. And so there was a point where there was a white guy on the set, and he said that he was laughing, but it was a different kind of laugh where he was laughing at me and not with me. And he said that was the moment where he said, you know what?
I don't need this.
I'm not doing it for these guys. He said, I'm not doing this anymore. And there comes a point where you're like, it just sounds like when you said, Steve, that they say it's not the word, it's how it's said or how it's done.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, like someone could say something to me and then someone else says it, you get pissed at that person, but you don't get mad at this person.
That's right.
It's who said it, how it was said, the tone.
That's always in.
That is what's hot in the nation. Here in the 419, take on it. We'll take a break. Come back with more Love My 419 coming up next.
Fire cushion. Your promise. Your commitment. So magnificent, it will ignite her passion. Fire cushion. Exclusively at Harold Jaffe.
It down so low and then he just bled out.
Ate too much
slowly.
cereal. He bloated.
He
bloated.
overdosed on Lucky Charms and had a diabetic
every time.
sugar attack.
Man, that's like a lot of courage.
Them damn 4-leaf clovers.
They do it every time.
Every time.
Welcome back. Love My 419 from the Harold Jaffe Jewelers Studios. Hater Z. Her. And then
It's
Steve
another
Reed.
reason
I get so mad at her. I can't even say her name.
I'm just saying.
You are not.
All right, let's. We got our need to know segment.
The 419 stories you need to know!
The Imagination Station. This is really cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so Imagination Station announced that they're going to do an expansion in the form of a theater. So now when you come downtown, if you want to take on a movie, you can go to Imagination Station and check that out.
Isn't it, what's that one called? IMAX.
IMAX,
The giant theater. It's a giant theater.
Yeah,
Where are they going to put it, though?
58-foot wide screen that will be able to project both traditional and 3D films. It's going to 10,000 square foot theater.
Wow. Where are they putting it, though?
300 people.
You know what my guess?
Part of the renovation.
They're doing a $2 million. My guess would be they had this virtual roller coaster, which is a big theater. So maybe there. I don't know. Yeah, my problem with I love the Imagination Station. My problem is they need to kids. Man, kids don't do anything. Kids are the worst nowadays. We bought board games for them, 2 board games, or they're the pop-up kind or whatever, brand new.
Still
we're like, hey, let's have a family game night. So we sit down to play one. They can barely get them off their phones to actually play the first one. 5 minutes later, we're bored. We're going to go on to the second one. No, we're not playing this. We bought 2. It's $30 in these games. Yeah. We're not pulling out the other one until you enjoy the first one.
You little hard-headed snot.
God, I can't. Can't deal with these kids
Take away their
nowadays.
phones.
I know.
Little brats.
They are brats. All right, something else you need to know.
They're yours.
All right, what do you
What
expect?
does that tell you?
I was a horrible kid. I'm getting paid back, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
God works in strange and wonderful ways.
Well, there's a reason why he gave me 5 girls. My past life is coming back to haunt me.
I love it.
Complete renovation plan for Danny Thomas Park on the Toledo's Old
That's
South
cool.
End. Yeah, apparently Major League Baseball and the state are coming together to build like some really nice baseball diamonds there.
That's wonderful.
And Cal Ripken Jr.'s charity organization is going to bring him here. He's going to throw out a first pitch when they get it done. So a whole renovation on
I think that's wonderful.
Danny Thomas Park on the south side.
Yeah, which is he grew up in North Toledo.
What? What do you mean, Sandy? You put the park in
grew
the
up
wrong
in-
place?
Well, I don't know, but I mean, if that's where they want to do it, and if that's where they have the land to do it with,
Yeah.
I think that's the place to do it. But I mean, he did grow up in North Toledo on the other side of Summit.
Hey, you know what? You know what I was reading on Facebook? There's this woman that's a friend of mine. I have a lot of a bunch of friends on Facebook. That Guy Lombardo, the sister
Lives in Toledo.
lives in Toledo. Guy Lombardo, for those who don't know, he did the old
creepy.
acquaintance. What are you creepy?
He was creepy.
Old Acquaintance Be Forgotten, the version we hear
Right.
every years is that's Guy Lombardo.
was creepy.
But I watch her Facebook page. She puts documentaries and stuff up there. It's really cool.
We need to have her on.
Oh, we need to have her on.
That would be cool.
Oh yeah, she's awesome. All right, that's it. That's things you need to know. Take a break.
Probably more than you wanted to know.
My 419 coming up next. Welcome back to Love My 419 from the Harold Jaffe Jewelers Studios.
Blah-blah.
I'm Andrew Z. Phil Barone, our guest here. We'll tell you why he's here in a minute. Sandy Eisenberg, of course, Steve Reamy. And show brought to you in part by...
Our app, the Love My 419 app.
Ooh,
We
yes.
made that announcement. We told everybody we're going to be moving. We haven't told you where, but that is a reminder that you can watch past shows on our app. So download it and check us out.
Very cool. All right, Phil Barone is here, who, of course, many know as a.k.a. Jim Morrison from the Doors tribute band, legendary here in Toledo. And I know you've had some nationwide recognition with that as well.
Yeah, we've had it's been a long run, Andrew. So we've been doing it quite a long time, and people have picked up different.
When are you going to give up the dream? And I don't mean the dream of Jim Morrison. I mean the dream of the
I like
hair.
the hair, man. Come on, I gotta have that.
When are you
No.
gonna just get rid of it? Just back here is
But
left.
it's so cute.
You're 70% gone. Just go down to
I
30.
know. You never know. Yeah, Larry David. I get called Larry David all the time, man. There it goes, right there. I'm starting to tell people that I am him. So,
Now, if you
I'm
braid
signing.
it, if you braid it and put it in a pigtail, then we'll have things to say about it.
Yeah, there we go. You're right.
Next
Yeah.
step.
Then we'll be
All right, so
worried
let's
about
talk Jim Morrison tribute. I mean, you've been doing it for so many years now. I think you've actually had a longer career than Jim Morrison himself.
Yeah, I think I have.
Yeah, no,
Actually. It started back in Put in Bay quite a long time ago.
Really?
We played there for 13, 14 years. And then they sold the place, the Crescent Tavern, where I used to play at. And we used to pack it in. It was fun. They were like, there's those windows in front of you.
Yeah.
Know,
Oh, yeah.
And they were like 3 or 4 deep in the windows, just looking in, going,
Wow.
what's going on in there? You know,
Who is this
Jim's
man?
all over the place. I'm on the bar singing and having fun, and it's been quite a
That's
episode.
cool.
Yeah, let me ask you this. So, how do you keep it fresh? You've been doing it for so many years. How do you keep the act fresh? And for those who've seen you before, what is different? What is new? How do you keep reinventing the character?
Well, there's a couple of things. The Doors had so many songs, and I like to go in and grab some songs that maybe you haven't heard quite a lot. You know, Wishful Sinful. We got the horn section with that. Follow Me Down. You know, just different songs, and then also the first set is not Jim Morrison anything. We're gonna do some Springsteen, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. So I've got just a fantastic band. These guys are all very experienced. a great horn section that goes along with it. So it opens us up to do a lot of different kinds of music.
Yeah, right.
Now, when you do something like a Springsteen, or like you said, you're opening up with non-Morrison songs, non-Doors songs, do you do them as Jim Morrison, like in that style, or you do them as yourself?
No, it's Phil Barone and the Cruisers. So these are the Cruisers that that I'm playing with, and so we'll do those songs, and then we'll
change it out.
You'll change it out, and then
your alter ego.
Yeah, then Jim. Yeah, I don't know what happens. Jim he takes over, and
it's weird. He goes back in the dressing room.
Right.
There's I don't know. He goes in there with some magic stuff that.
Yeah.
Well, this is funny. So Abby of Fremont just chimed in, and she says, "Okay, now if you're Jim Morrison, are you wearing the tight pants? Who's wearing the tight pants?"
Oh yeah.
Oh, tight pants.
Leather pants.
Leather pants.
Snakeskin boots.
Come on, touch me.
Yeah, baby. The big buckles, the poet shirt. At times I'll wear that poet shirt that Jim used to wear.
Okay, as you get older, maybe it's hard to keep the Jim Morrison buttocks. Yeah. So when you know there's a show coming in a month or so, do you have to get the buttocks ready, or is it always ready, Phil?
Let me tell you, it's way before 30 days that I get started. And I called myself the Fat Jim months ago, and I had to get going on that. But I work out pretty much every day with my wife in the morning. We go at it, and it helps lose a few pounds.
So you mentioned wife, and no groupies, I'm guessing. You're not.
No group. I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed.
Not allowed.
You should see his wife. She's gorgeous.
You can look, but you can't touch.
Yes, exactly.
She's beautiful.
You can see Jim Morrison December 22nd at the Mommy Indoor. You cannot touch Jim Morrison December 22nd at the Mommy Indoor.
Right.
No, it's a great show, man. And where can we get tickets?
At Rosie's Restaurant on McCord.
Oh, surprise.
606 North McCord. And then at the Mommy Theater.
Rosie's. I don't think I've ever heard of that place.
Oh, God. The best red mushroom ravioli ever made.
He didn't mean it, Mom.
No, I didn't. Oh, my God. It's mine and my family's favorite place. I mean, the mama bread, the pizza, the pasta, which is homemade, the desserts, who your mom makes?
No, my mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law makes.
Mary, sweet Mary Bieber.
They said that she still comes in the morning and is there till night at Rosie's making the
She can't make them fast enough.
Oh, my God, the desserts are just...
No, she's not. She's young at heart.
Oh, okay.
But we're going to have Rosie's food there. Between 7 and 8. The band starts at 8, but between 7 and 8, I'm showing old Halloween movies from my barn at my house from many years ago. So people see themselves 30 years ago.
Wow.
So it'll be a lot of fun.
So is it kind of a dinner thing? So it's dinner and a show type thing?
Right. You can come there and have dinner, and the bar will be open, and then you can watch these old videos that people will be laughing about. There were some silly moments.
Yes,
there were.
December 22nd, Mommy Indoor Theater, the Jim Morrison tribute band. Check it out, starring Phil Barone. Get yours. That's fun in the 419. We'll take a break, come back with more Love My 419 coming up next. That's all the time we have here on this week's Love My 419. You guys have a great week and enjoy your Sunday. The Today Show coming up next. And don't forget, we're going to be having a huge announcement coming up soon. New station, new attitude, new shows, all new shows coming up in January.
New producer.
Here on, what?
I better get a new mug.
Here on Love My 419. You guys have a great week. We'll see you next weekend.